What's going on, everybody? The Germ here. Very excited for today's event. We're in Boston, Massachusetts at Paxseast. This is a convention I look forward to all year. It's all going to be about video games, software, and all kinds of awesome and fun things. So let's go downstairs and go check it out. There we go, into the convention center. So this is my first visual for the year, just like you guys. So seeing this for the first time, different show setup every time here. There'll be a lot of cool booths in here to check out, including booths from Devolver, limited run games. Nintendo's not here this year, which is shocking. But there's going to be a lot of cool stuff to check out. Look at, even Atari is here. So one of the things we're going to see here quite a bit is cosplay, and this is our first cosplay right here. We got Sonic, and do you prefer Dr. Robotnik or Eggman?
Eggman is discriminatory against chickens, and we need chickens more this time of year than anywhere else. How else will we repopulate the egg empire without the eggs?
Now you're going to see a lot of this here at the convention. You made this costume yourself, or is this something you purchased?
100% handmade back at home.
Wow. How long does something like this take to put together?
This is a 10-year endeavor. Wow. This is tote number 3 and hedgehog number 2.
So do you even make the hedgehog as well?
The hedgehog is 100% handcrafted, hollow quills and everything.
Fantastic. Gotta ask, what's your favorite Sonic game?
I enjoy Sonic the Hedgehog 2. They introduced the fox, which made a lovely coat.
Who doesn't love Tails? Who doesn't love Tails? I don't think you're supposed to intend to wear Tails, but yeah.
But I have Tails in the back of my coat. See?
But you don't have Tails.
Not Tails, but I got his Chaos Emerald.
Oh, smoke that.
He's a good.
Now I got it. We are here with Matt, and Matt, you are with
Quarter Arcades.
Quarter Arcades. And what does Quarter Arcades sell? What is your main business product?
So Quarter Arcades, the idea of Quarter Arcades was, what I wanted to do was create, I'm a 52-year-old man, so I was there in the heyday where going into the arcades was everything. And I really wanted to capture that and bring back the arcades. And we're a UK-based company. Not all of us can afford or have the room for the full-size arcades. I know you have a few, but so I wanted to make a replica that was small enough so you could have an arcade, but big enough to make it fully playable.
Yep.
So we kind of came up with this size by just doing boxes and stuff. And people always think we thought of the name and then we got the size, but they're all quarter scale.
Really?
And it was just a nice we went right, quarter's good. You know, 6 scale we found it was a little bit fiddly, so quarter was good, it was fully playable, and then the name just came from that quarter, that's what you put in it.
Yep.
And obviously quarter
Now
scale.
you can't put a quarter in these.
No. we did look at it and we did make it happen, but it was so fiddly.
Right.
The novelty wore off so quickly that we just went, just press it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just press a button to put it in.
So how many titles do you guys currently make at the quarter size? And are they all available at the same time?
Some, the original ones we did, so the first one we came out with was Pac-Man.
Okay.
Classic. So we did the Namco, so we did Pac-Man, we did Galaga, we did Galaxia, we did this Pac-Man. So they were the first 4. Now they're not available, as in they're completely sold out, but we're hoping to bring them back out again next year and retail those ones. After that we brought out Big Dog, Bubble, Space Invaders, which was the hardest thing we've ever done.
Really?
It took 2 years to develop Space Invaders, because, which was my fault. I went, look, if you're going to do an arcade, Space Invaders is to me one of the absolute pinnacle, but and it's what, 1978 was it, Space Invaders? So we went, it can't be that difficult, you know what I mean? We moved on technically, but it's the Ghost Pepper effect. And we wanted to really create that, which no one's really done before. So people usually just put it on the screen. It's much easier. So we had to do it where the screen's at the bottom and it reflects onto a mirror. Oh man,
That must have been tough.
and then you've got the moon, but it was all black lights and tubes back in the day, which don't exist at that size. So we had to use LEDs, and to get that same effect on an LED is not the same as a black tube. So 2 years of development. We bought a full-size Space Invaders.
Oh, really?
To recreate it.
Okay, yes, smart way of doing it.
There was a lot of cheers, but we're really proud of it. It's come on really well. So we've got Space Invaders.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
We've got Space Invaders and Space Invaders Part 2. We've got both the turtle machines in there as
wow.
well. Fully playable, all quarter scale. And then we've got the first, people who have seen these handmade samples of Lunar Lander, which I love, the thruster.
Okay.
Which a lot of them
I was going to ask you about the peripherals and steering wheels, things like that.
We haven't done the driving games yet. We're looking at it. You know, if I had my wish list, I'd love Outrun, pole position,
Or driving maybe.
yeah, and another one which I know is not a racing game, but the top 3, I would have to have Star Wars.
Okay, yep. That's been done once before with Arcade 1-Up.
Arcade 1-Up, but on quarter
Yes,
scale. But
no, not on quarter
ours
scale.
would be, we would do the moulding of the sides and everything. So the Arcade 1-Up was kind of printed.
Okay.
We like to do the moulding and everything.
So I gotta ask you a question. Now this is a tough question, and the question is, this is a hard one to answer. I know it's gonna be. What is your favorite show? Which one's your favorite game? I knew that was gonna be a.
Well, it's a strange one. So there's 2 things for the arcade to me. Is the look of them is 50% better. So we've got Mega Time in there, which is a beautiful.
Yes, that's a great game.
Absolute beautiful game and a great game. And then you've got ones that are a great game. So my favourite game is Gallagher. But as a cabinet, Galaxian was much prettier.
Yep.
But Gallagher's my favourite, but it's so simple. It's just a sticker on the side.
Yep.
But it plays like a dream. It's the game that I go to the most.
Yes.
When I'm starting them all at home.
I actually have a sit-down version.
Oh, do you
in my house.
really?
I do.
The
I have the
tabletop.
Yep, it's a Pac-Man Galaga reunion sit-down, which is even better. It's a little bit better, high-tech. It's still got the tube in it, the CRT. So it's a fantastic machine to hold. It's a fantastic little.
So yeah, Gallagher Pro. But the one I'm most proud of is probably Space Invaders.
Nice.
It's so
Yep.
it's the wow factor. But we've also got, so I say we've got Bad Doom versus Dragon Ninja in there. We've got Lunar Lander. Next we're going to bring out we're bringing out Pong, which I just, again, that goes back to the game's obviously really simple.
Yep.
The cabinet is beautiful.
Really
Beautiful. The yellow and the knobs and stuff like that. So
What about? So I know my fans are gonna ask. I'm a big Simpson fan, and you said you had Turtles. Have you done the Simpsons? And I know that's probably a tough cabinet. to build.
no,
Or is it hard to get the rights?
It's the rights.
Yes.
So it's obviously all Disney now.
Yes.
2064.
Probably made it a lot more.
We are talking to Disney, and it goes back to I want to do Star Wars. I want to do something. It's so easy for us to do. 'Cause we've done all the hard work.
Right.
There was a few that used that kind of cabinet, the Simpson Riders. Again,
Yes. What a great game.
I'd love to bring out that hallway in Sunset Riders.
Might be
Joe.
tight. Might be tight.
No, what we did actually, it is tight, it's fully playable, but we've in the cache, with the cache when you compress it, it's USBs,
Okay.
and we do controllers.
Yes, that's cool. I love it.
You can also have
I love it.
at the same time.
Oh, wow.
But the machine does, you can't see them until you press the cache control,
Okay. Good.
because it is really tight. You've got to really like the other three.
Yes, absolutely. Matt, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Oh, no worries.
And I'm gonna go check out your game.
Excellent, thank you.
We are with Justin, and Justin, you look awfully familiar, like I've seen you in videos before. Who are you?
I'm Justin Silverman. I'm the creative director at Retroware. I did produce Cinemassacre for many years, from 2015 to to a couple years ago. I've been in a lot of the rental review videos, and I was a Spawn clown in AVGN. And
Okay.
I've helped James over the years. I've known him since 2006 or so. So yeah, I've always done video stuff, indie stuff, and now I'm doing indie games.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. So what are you guys doing here?
Well, we make modern retro games as Retroware, and we also brought the entire free-play arcade upstairs.
Oh,
so
really? I gotta check that out.
We do arcades, and then we do indie video games, and we put our indie video games in arcade machines like the ones you see behind us.
Wow. Now I didn't realize these were any. I had no idea that these had any relation to AVG, and I had no idea that Retroware had any kind of relationship.
Yeah, a lot of the same people are involved in both, the behind the scenes or otherwise. And we also publish the Angry Video Game Nerd 1 and 2 Adventures, the deluxe games. And we're putting out the new 8-bit game that's also going to be on NES.
So I got to be honest with you. I have bought AVGN 1 and 2. Very few games that can keep me focused enough where I can complete them. and I did complete the first one. It was one of the hardest games where I literally repeated a word that James seems to say often, the F word.
Right, right.
And it literally will make you say the F word out loud. But it was one of the coolest, one of the funnest games I have honestly ever played. I actually got to pick it back up and play the second one.
Yeah, the second. So I recommend playing the AVGN Deluxe version because it's the first one, the second one in like a better engine. It feels tighter. So the original first game got upgraded, and it has a third chapter that links it all together and has a really cool ending. Maybe we'll do another one day, but you know the AVGN 8-bit version, it was made for the NES by Megacat Studios, and then Programmancer, who's one of our other devs, actually upgraded it for modern platforms. But because it's on modern platforms, we can actually put in live action cutscenes with James, so it's almost like you're playing an episode of The Nerd.
That's cool. Now, one game that I've actually been playing for years, and I love driving games and I love beat 'em ups.
Yes.
And for years, I've been I came to PAX once before, and I visited too many games a couple times, and you guys had a fantastic setup for Toxic Crusaders.
Yep, that's right behind me here, yep.
What a fun game. You guys had a totally different setup for that a couple years back.
Yeah.
Both had too many games, and here at PAX, and I played it and I love it. Is that game going to come out? Is it going to come out physically?
Yeah, it's coming out this year. We've already announced that it's going to be physical with limited run. It is going to be on NES card as well, but us and Megacat Studios are the ones manufacturing the NES cards, so they're going to be all made in the USA and tested and sent out before all that.
Awesome.
Really, we haven't announced any collector's set or anything fun like that, but you know we're going to try and make something as 90s as possible, and you know a really fun thing. And the game's coming together really well. It also connects the entire Troma verse. So if you're into the Troma stuff, the old cartoon, the Ninja Turtles, be it the games or the original cartoon. We got voice acting, we got levels that are from all the Troma movies like Poultrygeist and stuff. It's also the second season of a show that never happened.
Wow.
Because they only had one season, 13 episodes. So this is a continuation of the show that's canon. So for all those people. And it's kind of the year of Toxie as well, because you have the new movie coming out with Peter Dinklage and Kevin Bacon. Yep. You have a new comic series coming out that's getting really big. You also have the game, and you have the movies and cartoon that were just upscaled to 4K on Blu-ray. So it's the year of Toxie. So Toxic Crusaders should do pretty good.
Terrific, terrific. Well, I can't wait. If you are a beat 'em up person, definitely check out Toxic Crusaders. AVGN's a platformer, correct?
Yes.
I love platformers. And then you guys got one or two other games in the background. What else do we have here?
Yeah, we got Neon Inferno, which is a very cyberpunky, Blade Runner inspired, a game that plays like Wild Guns for the Super Nintendo with the gallery shooting front and back. We have Iron Meat that came out, did very, very well. Kind of a throwback to like a Contra 3 type of a game. And we also have the Transylvania Adventure of Simon Quest. The character's name is Simon, last name Quest, and which is a parody homage of clearly Castlevania 2.
Sure, absolutely.
But it has a lot of stuff that kind of fixes Zelda 2 at the same time. And that's a really fun adventure type game. So we're kind of bringing back those throwback experiences. You know, we like saying we're making retro experiences with modern conveniences.
Cool. Very cool. And one last question. I know your time is valuable. Out of all these games, I know it's hard to pick. Which one is your favorite?
Well, the one that's out, Iron Meat, is pretty good. It helps. Prison City, that's not even on the floor, is a good one. That's a Power Blade inspired game, a Mega Man approach-a-thon style. Kind of has that Escape from New York 80s, 90s vibe. They're pretty fun, but out of all these, you know, it's like choosing between your children. I love them all. But I think Toxie's going to be a lot of fun to play with other people. Simon Quest is going to be a good, you know, zone out and play and go through this whole adventure. And, you know, Iron Meat is a really, really, really good action game, same as Neon Inferno. So I don't think we have anything that doesn't slap it.
That's awesome. Terrific. Well, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. And good luck with the release of Toxic Crusaders.
Yeah, you got it, man.
There are some kids back here playing Toxic Crusaders, and this is absolutely fantastic. This you don't see anymore. This was us. This was me as a kid. You had your friends come over your house, you played video games, and you played them together, which was fantastic. These kids never got to experience it. I'm telling you what, I'm enjoying them, watching them play more than I actually need to play. This is really cool to watch kids play this together instead of just playing online and putting some mics on. Being together is important. right behind me, we have limited run games. You guys all, of course, know limited run games. Now, we do have a love-hate relationship with limited run games. The games I love. The shipping is what I hate. But they have an awesome booth over here. We checked this out the last time we were here a couple years ago. A lot of games on demo, including Gex, as well as Shantae, and they have some games and merchandise for sale, so we'll go check that out. Now, unfortunately, all the merchandise you're seeing here in the case, including the Shantae game, Toomba, that stuff is actually not for sale. Plumbers don't wear ties. I wish I came here last year because they actually had a signing for some of the people that were actually voice actors in that game, and actually not voice actors because it was a full motion video game. So some of the actors that were in that game were actually here doing autographs, which was really cool. Try out Gex Trilogy. Remember this? Was this on the Jaguar? I remember this was on the Jaguar. I don't really think it was a greatly reviewed game, and then I feel like it went over to something else, maybe Sega or something like that. Wasn't he supposed to be the Jaguar like guy who's like kind of like a Sonic for Sega or Mario for Nintendo?
Try shaking that one.
And here we go. Now we're in the game.
Got the flower there.
Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. We gotta whip it with the tail. Okay, now I remember. Oh yeah, look at it. Throw it right up the wall. I remember this now. How do you get up there though? How do we get up here? A little guillotine? No, thank you. Okay, get that tail whip. Get out of here. Oh, what's this thing? Ladybug? Here for the base level. Oh, look at the graphics of this. Can't savor the demo. So I was walking past Limited Run, actually leaving the display, and I got stopped by Jeremy. Appropriate, Jeremy the Germ. So I got stopped. I didn't realize he was with Limited Run. He recognized me, and he actually saw a video that I had done on Limited Run, which was an honest review of some of the things that had been going on over at Limited Run, you know, and I had never wanted to order again. And, you know, I gotta be honest, Jeremy, ordering for Limited Run has been challenging, you know, and I know you guys have a different model than other companies where you produce the games after the fact and then you ship them, so that time frame's kind of screwy there. You don't know sometimes exactly when something's going to happen. But I gotta say, all my dealings in person with people here at PAX in the past and Too Many Games have been fantastic. And when you pulled me to the side and we had a good conversation, you were honest. You love the company that you're working for. I can obviously tell you're passionate about it and you care. What do you do for me?
Yeah, so I'm the marketing manager, and one of my favorite things about the role is, I lead a team of talented individuals that put all of this stuff together that our fans and customers like to see online when it comes time to sell something, right? So recently we have Gex that went out on pre-order. There's a lot that went into making sure that it was coordinated properly, not just on the inside, but with our partners as well. And the most important part about it, though, and what I was getting to, is what our fans and customers receive. That is the most important part, because if that's not perfect, I totally get it, right? It's grounds for disappointment, and so obviously we strive to make sure that there's absolute perfection. Things can happen, but ultimately all that matters is people like you, right? your community and
Customers,
ours.
right? Exactly.
Yeah, because that's all. Without you guys, it's nothing.
Okay. So, like, and I'll give you a good example. I always believe in second chances, and we talked about that a little bit off camera. Second chances to me are important, whatever they are with a relationship, with a partnership, with a friendship, whatever they are, because people make mistakes. All right, and like I said, my dealings with your company in person, whether at a convention or I've actually visited and run in North Carolina, and I had exceptional service. Now, I did place an order recently for limited run, and I finally got it. I opened it up and I was very excited, and then it followed by an email. That was for Rugrats, and I was very excited to receive Rugrats. And I got it on the Switch, but I also got one of the collector's editions. I don't know which one it was. Classic edition, but it was in a box, and it came with the NES cartridge. And the disappointing part about it was the cartridges were not recommended to put your Nintendo. I don't remember the reason why, but there was a quick resolve for it, which I was very impressed.
Yeah, so that situation was kind of odd, because ultimately, yes, I'm not really technically savvy, and it would have not crossed my mind at all. I just want to play my games, right?
Yeah,
Pop
most
it
of
in,
us, right?
Go for it, yep. And there's no real valid proof that it could happen.
Right.
But we looked at it and we go, you know what? Don't even chance it. We had a different manufacturer at the time. We switched gears, and we made sure to go back to the original one that we've always used. But we sat down and said, no, it doesn't matter of the what. So we focus on the what if, right? And we don't want that what if to happen. So we said, no, let's make sure that we take care of all of our fans. We send a message out, inform them, and educate them that these are the possibilities. But rather than taking chances, we want to make sure that we do it right. Now, you've already waited a long time for this to go through.
Absolutely.
That adds to the clock. But while as unfortunate, and like me, I'm very impatient, I hate waiting.
Yeah.
We will make sure that anything that gets ordered comes to you. But yeah, that was the approach we wanted to take. It's just like, forget everything. Do not chance it. Let's just make sure that we take care of everything.
Cool. Well, you guys did a good job. I gotta say, like I said, I was impressed by the email that you guys sent down. That you guys offered refunds before. I think I even got the email maybe before I got the product. It might have been. It was close. But you guys did the right thing, and that made me feel a little bit better about the company. That you guys were doing the right thing. There's no charge. There's no requirement to send the product back. And I admired that. I think that was a good thing. And like I said, I believe in second chances. So I'm willing to give Limited Run a second chance, and see what happens and see where our relationship goes from there.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it because at the end of the day, right? Any type of criticism, there's some validity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? And it's all personalized. So when I say personalized, it's like the same thing that you have experienced might not be the same over here, but we can't look at it and go, no, it's not. It's a nothing. It doesn't. It's not the good way to approach it. And with me, I look at everything online. I've seen everybody's comments on all platforms, whether it's YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit even. Shout out to my Reddit crew. The criticism or the love or the indifference, there's always something to take away from it. And while we're a company, right, I have values that I try to uphold, and I make sure that there's culturally, internally, we all have the same sort of thought process. I love what I do. I love gaming. I love working with this company. So I do encourage, if you're on the fence about us, totally understand. Be on the fence, but be also on the lookout for the improvement as we're listening to
Zelda.
And whatever you have in terms of agreements, time heals.
Yes, I agree with you.
And we got a lot of cool stuff that's coming.
There's always room for improvement.
Yep. Now we have a lot of cool stuff that's coming, and there's something for everyone. But no, I greatly appreciate the opportunity to meet you.
Absolutely.
I have seen your videos, and I'll continue to look for your videos, right? Because you teach me a lot, even if it's good or bad.
Terrific. Well, I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you reaching out to me and grabbing me and having this nice positive conversation. And it was neutral, so it was good. So I appreciate you. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, for everybody out there, like, comment, and subscribe to the Germ.
All right, thanks, man.
Oh, I got you.
Tori, when is the last time you seen that logo gonna go check out and see what Atari's doing. All right, guys, we are now at a booth I didn't expect to see here. Atari. This is crazy. And David,
Yep.
you are with Atari.
I am with Atari.
So what are you guys doing here?
So this is, I think, our third year in a row at Paxseast.
Really?
Yeah, we've really upped our game going to shows. We both go to modern shows like Paxseast and Gamescom, but you also see us in shows like Midwest Gaming Classic and PRG Portland, which are more retro.
Oh, I would love to get out there to the West Coast, man. That would be fun. So I know Atari from the old days. I know there are a lot of classic fans of these Atari games. I didn't love the older systems, to be perfectly honest. I do love the Lynx and the Jaguar, though. It's very at the end of Atari's reign. And I see you guys got a lot of stuff coming out. And one of the things I saw, I love this game. I love this pinball machine. And I played Roller Coaster Tycoon so much. Can you tell me about Roller Coaster Tycoon?
So Roller Coaster Tycoon is a franchise that Atari's been managing for a while. We've gotten really, really active with it over the last couple of years. One of the things we're trying to do is make sure that the games are accessible on every platform. So what you're holding is the latest port of Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic, which is the OG great game to Switch. We brought RCT3 into the family, and we're bringing that game to Xbox and PlayStation. We're bringing a lot of the RCT games out on.
This is the Chris Sawyer game.
Yeah, the Chris Sawyer game. So, you're talking about a game that celebrated, I think, its 25th or 35th anniversary, over the last year. And we've just been putting a ton of energy into it. So many people grew up playing it.
Yes.
People stop me all the time and go, oh my God, I still play that. Like, I dedicate a month a year to play
Yeah. That's right.
It's a great game, and you're going to see even more coming from us in the next couple of years around that IP. It's just so fun. And we've also got Roller Coaster Tycoon Touch, which is a mobile game.
Okay.
And Classic is on mobile, and both of those do really, really well. Content's constantly updating on Touch. So if you're a fan of Roller Coaster Tycoon, there's no place you can't find it.
Okay. So is this available in? I know this was a distribution title through limited run games. Is this available anywhere else?
No, that's not an eligible title. No, so
the difference.
So Roller Coaster Tycoon, the classic for Switch, is available. Actually, it's mass retail, so you can find it at Atari.com, Amazon. You can find it at game stores across Europe, Target, Walmart, things like that.
Okay.
It's really broadly distributed, which is one of the things that Atari actually has gotten really, really good at. Is physical.
Yes.
We love it. A lot of people have stepped away from it. We think it's great. It's a great way. We know collectors love a physical edition. So whenever we can, we make physical.
Now, one other question I have about that particular game. One of the things that needs to be done, or I feel like needs to be done, I don't know if you know where I'm going with this. So the Switch 2 is coming out just about a month away, and they are going to have mouse controls. Is that an option that's going to be available for the Roller Coaster Tycoon? Do you know?
So it's really interesting that we went out and worked with a partner of ours named Graphite Lab out of St. Louis. And they did a phenomenal job of taking keyboard and mouse and mapping it to controller-based controls for the Switch. It's going to be really funny now if we have to go back. But I'm not an engineer, but I would think adding keyboard and mouse control back into the game for a Switch 2 version would be relatively light work.
That would be exciting.
Yeah, it would be relatively light work. That's how the game started, so I would be surprised. But once again, I'm no engineer, and I might get kicked in the shins by our producers.
Sure.
But listen, supporting the new features that are going to be in Switch 2, of course, will be a priority for us at some point. It's early days now. Much the same way with the PS5, we go out of our way to make sure that we're taking advantage of the unique features that they have, particularly with their controller. We're leaning into PSVR 2, which we do with all the Jeff Fincher titles, for example. It's part of the relationship with the first-party consoles, but also, the fans like to see you try and stretch the games into those areas as well.
Okay. Now, as I was walking past your booth, I saw something. I was kind of surprised, shocked, and something a little unusual. Is this a brand new Atari game?
It is and it is not. So 2 years ago, we brought back the very first Atari 2600. It's called the Atari 2600 Plus. And And so many people still have either games or the console.
Yes.
But you have to have a CRT and money
Yeah.
years to play it.
You know, I think everybody has an Atari or had it.
Exactly. So we brought it back and we rebuilt a new one, but that goes out to HDMI.
Okay, wow.
Super crisp, it looks amazing, and then and it's been doing really, really well.
Now, does that new Atari play the old games and the new game? Wow.
Everything we make is forward and backward compatible.
Oh, wow.
We brought back paddles. We have a wireless joystick, so you don't have to sit right in front of the TV. Now you got these big 60-inch TVs and a short cord for your joystick. It doesn't work. So we've got 2-button game pad controller for the 7800 games that's also wireless. And if you have an original thing but you don't have controllers, buy the new ones.
Oh, wow. No way.
The wireless ones will work with the original. They also work with PC. They've got a little dongle. And all the games we make now work with the old console and the new console and vice versa. So it opens up 500-600 games, right? This new system we have makes them all accessible. And homebrew developers have been continuously making 2,600 games since 50 years.
Yes.
So now
You guys got quite the legacy.
yeah, there's so many games and they continue to make more great games. There are even original Atari developers from the early 80s who have come back in and are starting to
No
make
way.
games.
That's fantastic.
Oh, it's so fantastic. So much energy around that right now. So it's been great. As I said, 2 years ago we brought it out. We brought out another console last year, and it's doing really, really
Where
well.
can we pick up the Atari systems?
You know, listen, I would go, Atari.com in the United States is a very reliable place to get them.
Okay.
You'll also find it on Amazon, and internationally you'll find it on Amazon and in a number of local game stores. Everything from game to, I can't remember the name of all the international retailers.
Sure.
It's pretty broadly available.
Okay.
And we've got some new hardware announcements that we're going to be making towards the end of the summer. So there's even more coming. You know,
I got a question.
yeah, go for it.
I don't know if you can answer this or not, and I don't know anything about this, so this has nothing to do with David. He has no idea what I'm going to ask.
You want a Jaguar?
Yes!
What do you mean, of course I know what you were going to ask me? Of
I
course know.
have a Jaguar console. I own a Jaguar and I own a Lynx system.
Yeah.
However, one of the things I would like to see is new Jaguar games.
So, actually, there are a lot of enthusiast communities that do make new Jaguar content, but it's usually pretty experimental. So we started with the 2600 and 7800, which are the most widely known, the most games. The Jaguar is an interesting system. It's only in the market for a year. I think, what is there, 40 games available for it?
Somewhere between 40 and 60.
Yeah, and it's got a very unique controller. It's got a number pad.
Yep.
It's kind of So what I will say is with the Jaguar and the Lynx, we're always talking about it. It was never going to be first on the list because it didn't make sense.
Right.
Recently, last year we acquired the Intellivision brand.
Okay.
And pretty much almost all of their games. That system requires a keypad too. So I could see, I'm not sure what's going to happen, but you're going to see more energy around keypad-based controllers. And if there's a time that it makes sense for us to have a Jaguar console, we'll do it. But we will also, and this is what we've been doing with 5200 games, is porting them to the 7800, right? The 7800 is pretty advanced graphics. We have Tiger Heli on demo here. It looks fantastic. So we've been working with homebrew developers to port 5200 games to the 7800. Our Studio Digital Eclipse put a bunch of Jaguar games on Atari.
I actually own that.
Yeah. So where we don't solve it with hardware, we'll solve it by porting. But you never know with the Jaguar hardware. Jaguar and Lynx, like it would be so much fun to bring out a new Lynx. Right
oh my
now,
god, that would be amazing.
With what's going on with
handhelds are becoming real popular right now.
Oh yeah. The flip side of it is that, with tariffs at 145%.
Yes, I know, that's a tough.
I don't think you're going to see too many people greenlighting new hardware, but it's something that's always on our minds. It's something we discuss. One way or another, we're going to try and make sure those Jaguar games are accessible. It's kind of people talk about game preservation. It is a big thing for us. We own Moby Games, which is the sort of authoritative database for game information. We try and bring as many of the games that we own back so that people can play them.
Sure.
But sometimes it's the original cartridge, sometimes it's a port, sometimes it's a PC game. And for us, much preservation needs to be played.
Yes, absolutely.
It's no, if it's sitting in a vault somewhere, it's quasi-preservation.
I don't want to always connect to the internet. I want to be able to put my cartridge in, whether it's a Switch or an Atari console, and I want to be able to fire it up and play.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to connect to the internet, because what if I don't have any internet?
So we try and meet players where they are, and we can't do everything, but in the order that makes sense, we're doing as much as we can. We're having a lot of fun with it too.
Terrific. Well, David, I really appreciate your time. I know it's valuable here at PAX.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
Awesome job. Keep up what you guys are doing. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Actually, the feedback is one of the reasons we come to the shows, and it's great talking to you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
We are still at the Atari booth where everybody is taller than me. So tell everybody you're like 8'5". This is Brad. Brad is with the Atari team as well. But Brad, you're on a different side of the Atari side.
Yeah, so we're a partnership with Atari. Our company's Allen One, and we've partnered to create these beautiful arcade cabinets you see behind us. And for the Recharge series, Reborn Classics.
Okay, so how many games are available for these right now?
So currently there's 2. There's Asteroids and Missile Command. There's 10 in the pipeline. So.
Oh, really? Wow. So if I wanted to buy one of these games, a lot of you guys know I own arcade games, I own pinball machines. If I want to purchase one of these games, could I buy one?
Yeah, you can.
I can?
You can purchase it at Atari.com through various distributors all across the country.
Oh, that's interesting. And what about, a lot of people don't have room for these machines, they're expensive. Is there a place where they could go and play them?
Yeah, check out your local arcade bars, check out your local free play arcades. We're starting to get the Asteroids more widespread. Missile Command's brand new this month.
Oh, really? Oh, we're gonna definitely check that one out. What about like Dave and Buster's, the big arcades, Round 1, anything like that?
Yeah, so we do have some out in locations like that. They'll be different than what you see behind me. They're a deluxe version with a 55-inch screen.
Oh, really?
Large format.
Okay, cool. I look forward to playing them. I'm actually, after we get done with the interview, I'm gonna go play at least Missile Command. Brian, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Cool product.
Thank you so much.
All right, we're gonna do a 2-player version with Brad because I suck. So, all right, Brad, how do you play 2 players?
All right, classic start button.
All right, do it.
We're going in. These QR codes we found an app, Major League Esports, where you can track your progress. But the beautiful thing is there's 256 ways to play, so you can start where you left off every time you play.
All right, you're probably pretty good at this, so. All right, I think I got it down now.
Go back in the beginning. Give it one more trial run, and it's advanced.
Oh, well. Have you died yet, then?
Not yet.
No! Are you serious? You haven't died once?
Oh, I've lost one.
Okay.
One ship.
God. There we go. All right.
Power up will help you out. Nice. Ooh.
Oh. That was awesome, man.
7 shot.
All right, you didn't tell me about that. He knew we were doing this.
Go get this one.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna try. I shoot across the screen. Holy crap! You're firing. I love this. Oh my god! I'm having trouble keeping up my ship.
Hyperspace to regain control.
Oh, they're like QR codes instead of those weird cards you can get.
I'm not doing good, guys. Now, does your score reset every time you die? Is that what happens?
So you've actually lost all your lives and jumped back in.
Okay, don't tell them that. I thought I was the yellow ship. I was like, I was doing so well. Guys, he does have a very unfair advantage here.
Yeah, just like the hour difference.
Oh, dang it. On the show, we have video games, used ones, retro games, of course, games you can buy. I ask about this copy of Road Rash here. I've been looking for that game on the 3DO. So I saw this game. I've been looking for this for a while. Road Rash for the 3DO. I actually do have a Gold Star 3DO, and this is something that I've been thinking about picking up for a while, but it is 60 bucks. It is a very good game. I played Road Rash quite a bit for the Sega Genesis back in the day, so we're gonna see if we can make a deal on some retro video games. Guess what? We ended up making the purchase of Road Rash for the 3DO. I'm super excited to own this and put this in my collection. It's complete. It's got the disc in there. Looks like it's pretty good shape. Also has the manual. We settled on $45, which is super awesome. So if you are ever in the Boston area and you're near the Boston Convention Center, they're only about 15 minutes away. It's called Game Underground, and it's in Waltham, Massachusetts. So check them out. Very cool people, and I look forward in the future, hopefully, to getting back to Boston to actually check out their store. Now, one of the great things about coming to the show is freebies. Samsung is here today, and by doing a quick survey, they didn't ask for any personal information. They just wanted to know what you thought of their products. They have a claw machine. They give you 2 free tokens to use to try to win a Funko Pop. Absolutely free. Machine. Oh, it's a Miami Dolphins one right here. I could go for that. Well, Miami Dolphins. I can win a kid. Apparently I can win this kid behind me. I'm trying. It's very... All right, that's it. That's all we got. We're going to hit it. All right, let's see. Come on, Miami Dolphins, for the video. No! But the good news is we got one more token here. Give this a shot. See if we have any better luck here. I'm trying to move it over just so slightly. All right, here we go. Good grab. Oh, yay! We won one. Got quite the reflection coming off the side of my head. Oddly enough, believe it or not, I've seen a lot of people playing, and a lot of people are not winning, but look at me with my luck, the Germ, winning a minifigure or a pop figure. And you know, I'm not the biggest football fan, but I'm originally from Miami. Many of you probably don't know that, and here we are, Miami Dolphins. How cool is that? Totally for free. We are standing with John, and John, you got a very interesting game here. What's the name of your game?
Goblin Town really hard driving game, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a very hard driving game.
I just got to play it a little bit on the CRT here. It's very interesting. What's going on with that? What is?
Okay, so that's a hardware error with our converter, but we love the look so much we decided to keep it as it is. So it's very psychedelic. It's a very weird way of looking at Goblin Town, but it kind of fits our art style. If you can see our truck.
Yes, the truck. I showed him the truck earlier in the video.
Great.
The truck is awesome. It's funny. The truck reminds me a little bit of Twisted Metal and Sweet Tooth.
You know
that's the look you're going for.
Twisted Metal is actually a big inspiration for our. The first version of this game was actually multiplayer with like multiple goblins driving cars, and it's sort of got refined over time. We wanted our first game to be a little simpler, so we wanted to focus on a single player experience.
So what is the object of this game? Is it a racer? Is it a shooter? What is it?
It's kind of like a death run type game, so think of like only up. You run, and you run, and you run. You try to get to the very end of the map as quick as possible.
Okay.
Right, so lore-wise, in the game you play Erky, one of the Goblin Burger's delivery goblins, and you're trying to deliver a burger to one customer.
Wow.
Who lives at the very top of the map.
Very top. This is like Uber Eats.
Uber Eats, let's say, right? So we're trying to deliver one goblin burger to one goblin, and the road is very treacherous on the way.
I noticed that just playing on the CRT, that it was very difficult to stay on the track.
Oh yeah.
But it was fun. I was enjoying it. So, is this available now? Is this something you can purchase now?
It's available now on Steam Early Access, $10, and we're going to be adding features as we kind of build out the game and get feedback and all that.
So is this a digital-only game, or is it going to be released physically?
Digital only, and we're looking now, our best Goblin scientists are on the case as far as porting it to PlayStation 5, Xbox, Nintendo, we're thinking about Switch 2, so...
Now, yeah. I am a physical game guy. Okay. These guys know that. Gotcha. So that's going to be your biggest game for me. Now, if it stays digital, I would love to play the game, but I need that physical copy.
Listen, we're all nerds. Actually, in the team Slack last night, we were talking about like making a game box, even if there isn't a physical. We love a physical, believe me. But we want to make a game box of some sort.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's right up our alley as far as our team. So
well, good luck with your game. It looks fantastic, and I can't wait to play.
Thanks so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Contestant number 1 and 2 and 3 are now on the road. Who will come in first? Please, somebody don't fail us. Number 2 is in first place again. Contestant number 1, where the hell are you trying to go? Number 3 place. Number 2 is currently in first place. If contestant number 1 and 3 could stop dying, we would actually have a competition. Contestant number 2, you are in first place. And if you probably stand still, the others will make the 25 feet past the starting line. 2 minutes remaining. This is a pathetic game, but we are all having fun, and that's what matters. All right, contestant number 2 is currently grooving in first place. Contestant number 1 is doing guess what? Falling. Contestant number 3 is catching up fast.
I haven't fallen yet.
Contestant number 2 is about to make the jump across the first wind turbine onto the billboard platform. Will he make it? Let's find out. No!
I'm supposed to do something.
Supposed to jump.
I don't know how to jump. Oh,
A is the jump. Contestant number 1, you need to turn around. Contestant number 2, you're doing a good job. Contestant 3 has just started, and I'm nervous. Contestant number 2, stay where you are. God damn it. Contestant number 2, what happened? Contestant number 3, I can't believe it, but you're in first place.
That was actually a lot harder than you would think.
We contestants, red couch.
We are with Phil. Phil, where are you from?
I'm from around here.
You're from around here, from the Boston area. We just played the really hard driving game. We played. It was me, you, and the girl that was in front of me, Kate. She disappeared. It was really hard.
It was really, really hard, yes. And then it killed my controller, so...
He's blaming, he's the guy that blames the
No,
controller.
it did die. It died. Like, there was no way.
Hey, the battery's gonna die at some point. It was a really hard game. I actually ended up coming in first. I did fall off the side of the track. Nobody made it onto the top.
No.
Did you find it that it was difficult, manageable, or what?
It was extremely difficult.
It was extremely difficult.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Did you like the game?
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it myself. And thanks for doing the interview. I appreciate it. Right behind me, we have one of my favorite software companies, Devolver. Now, if you don't know who Devolver is, and you like platformer games, I'm going to seriously recommend that you guys check out a game called Broforce. Broforce is fun, it's funny, it's kind of a mix between 8 and 16 bits platformer, and you get to play as characters that are similar but not quite. Terminator, RoboCop, Indiana Jones, all the characters that you remember, and it's absolutely hilarious. So if you haven't played it, pick it up. I know it's available for the Nintendo Switch. Super, super terrific game. I was in line to play my co-punk, and it looks really fun, looks good. You guys saw some B-roll of it. The line is not moving. They said they get to play for 5 to 10 minutes. There's only 4 screens, and there's probably about 15 people online. So it's gonna take quite a while, and I want to see the rest of the convention. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to pass on this one, but it looks super cool. Well, behind me is a tournament. Now, I've never got into fighting games. This is Tekken. Never played really Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. You know, played them here and there in the arcade, but never really got into them. I was really more of a platformer. Games like that, driving games, shoot-em-ups. But this is cool. Imagine playing on this big screen. It's good that you get to play in the tournament. That's got to be super fun. Well, everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed the video of PAX 2025 here in Boston. I had a great time, really enjoyed making this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the content, all the interviews, and I want to thank everybody for the interviews, from Atari to the unexpected interview over at Limited Run Games. It was a pleasure, and I truly appreciate everyone who did the interviews with me. Until next time, guys, I am the Germ from Boston, Massachusetts, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.